Morning. Welcome back to the Greenhouse Diaries, episode 2, 2021. It's almost 9:30 a.m. Currently it's 55 degrees outside and it's 62 inside the greenhouse. I just put the fan on. Prior to putting the fan on, the humidity was at like 92%. So I don't have the window open. Just looking to suck some of the humidity out. So, Camden, I hope you're paying attention and watching here. I don't have a whole lot planned for today's video. I do want to show you some of the results, though, from a sucker. I already have flowers on my tomato plants, my marigolds flowering. We'll talk about the cracking method, the towers, the cloning, and real quick, I updated my micro irrigation system. I have two zones, and I had two Hunter nodes controlling each zone. They're 9-volt battery operated. Nice thing about that is you don't need to run any wires to it, so it was a quick fix for me to get the system installed. I want to have more of a ease of setting the frequency of each zone depending on weather and precipitation that we might have outside. So what I did is I've upgraded to the same controller that I have for my irrigation system. It's a Rainbird. It's either a 6 or 7 zone. I have power in my shed, so for the micro irrigation I put the controller there. The other one for my irrigation for the lawn is in our laundry room, which is part of the garage. Anyway, so I updated that. So that meant I had to run wire from the shed over here to the front of the greenhouse. The birds are going crazy. Where I have one valve, and then I had to go all the way across my backyard almost to the property line where the other new zone is, and run a wire there. So I just finished that zone yesterday. Wasn't a nice day. It was overcast, much like today, but a little cooler. So did that. Over at Gerald's, I moved, I'm going to say, close to 30 yards of mulch. I probably still have another 6 to 10, but I've spread it out for him so he can now rake it out. And while I was there, I filled up another trailer load of probably 4 to 6 yards of tree mulch to finish up my food forest. So if you recall in the prior episodes, I was edging, weeding, putting down cardboard, cutting things back, and then reapplying my tree mulch. I did pull out some pagodas. Hold on, I'll be right back. Gerald is calling. Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you be ready to go in like 10 minutes?
All right, so that was Gerald. I wanted to go to Harbor Freight today. Said he couldn't go. Now he says be ready in 15 minutes. So goes to show how my day goes. Have things planned. I have a project. I was going to talk about that in a minute, but I have a project that I need to do once I get my mulch down. It's been one that's been on the to-do list for a while. My outside lanai in the pool area, the drywall is falling apart. I'm going to make a kind of an exposed beam look with tongue and groove pine that we're going to paint white. So anyway, I want to get a scaffold, and I also want to get a torque wrench. We've been doing a lot of mechanics lately, and I need a torque wrench. I had one years ago. I can't find it. So anyway, let me grab the camera. Let me show you real quick what's going on. I'm just staying inside the greenhouse today. It's a crappy day out there. I've got my row covers over the Birdies beds. I did put some more of the beets that I started from seedlings I've been talking about. I probably put 20 out in one of the beds. I've got my fennel over here. Let me just pick up the camera and I'll show you what I've got. My one banana plant over here, still continuing to have some growth. Nothing on the 4 others just yet, but I'm not going to give up. My broccoli rabe, you can see I've been trimming and cooking with this. I'll put some photos at the end of what I just harvested. I think 2 days ago for a lentil and barley soup I made. There's, what is that? Oops, I just broke the leaf. That looks like it's Swiss chard. Look at this head of escarole right there. Huge. All right, so I got to start cooking with some of this. Up top here, hopefully you can see it, is the Swiss chard. Let's come over here now. This is where it gets really exciting. Okay, let's get into it. So, you could see in the cracky method, I've been harvesting leaves off this. Look at the size of that. I have the Swiss chard, the escarole. I got to start pulling some plants out. Talk about successful cloning of tomato plants. Look at the size of these. Remember, they were like this. Here's a perfect example, right? They were that big. Now look at them. Check this out here. I've got flowers already. Hold on, watch this. Time to start hand pollinating already, and I haven't even gotten them out of, maybe it's a 1 gallon. Here's another flower here. I saw more yesterday. Anyway, everything's thriving. Look at that escarole. Look at those roots coming out. That's remarkable. I got to get this in the ground. Folks, this is easy. There, winter squash, I believe. No, that's a butternut squash. And look, out of nowhere, I got a tomato plant. Look at the roots. Another escarole. Check out this marigold. Look at those roots. This was from seeds I harvested from my marigold plants, which were from seeds. Look at that beautiful flower already. These were some of the prettiest I had. They have a red lower portion and yellow up top. I can't get them all out of here yet. There's another one with the flower starting. Back here, I've got my beets. Well, I got a lizard over there missing a tail. I got to get more of these in the ground, right? Look at the roots coming out of the bottom. Here's my rosemary. You can't see it. Look at that beautiful Swiss chard plant. So again, everything's looking nice and healthy. No roots yet. I think I'm starting to see some signs, but stay tuned. Here's my longevity spinach. Look at all that new growth. 1, 2, 3 off this. 1 here, 2. Look at the growth on that one right there. All but this one. Looks like it's starting some new growth, but there we go. Cloning longevity spinach. Hey, primo. Let me adjust here. Hold tight. Whoa, where's that tomato plant stop? Whoa. That's at the top of the greenhouse. That's 8 feet. Anyway, look at all those new flowers right up there. Where's my finger? There we go. Look at that. All new flowers. Look at that broccoli rabe. All right. Thriving. All right, let's make a stop over here. There's that other chocolate cherry tomato in the grow bag. Let me come around here. I want to talk about some of this stuff. Here's more tomato plants that were cloned. Roots coming out of the bottom. Look at the size of those. Nothing with this banana plant. Remember this rosemary plant? Look at how that's thriving. Oh, look at this tomato plant. There's my black Suriname cherry. This is a Thai dwarf mulberry. I have a tomato plant and escarole growing here. I have a carrot right back in here. Probably like that big. Roma tomatoes, fennel. I just harvested one yesterday. Let's come down here. All right, I've got cilantro, arugula, fennel. There's all my broccoli rabe. Tomatoes. Look at these tomatoes back here. They look like they're changing slightly in color. And I'll come right over here and we'll finish up by taking a look at my winter squash. So I now have 2 that look healthy. I have a broccoli rabe here. Got to cut back some of these leaves. What do you think? All right, quick update. Again, I just can't say enough about how much everything is thriving, whether it's in soil, Kratky method, tower garden, cloning. We still don't know the results of the rosemary, but we know the 3-part mixture worked great for the longevity spinach. So my potatoes I didn't talk about. I just had to add more compost soil on top because potatoes are beginning to be exposed. So I'm just going to keep adding. I can't wait to harvest out each of these 5-gallon geopot grow bags to see what kind of yield of potatoes we get. So that's it. I'm going to post some stuff at the end of this video, just of what I harvested and maybe some things I've cooked. Anyway, so thanks again for watching. If you guys want to see a little bit more about the controller that I use to update my micro irrigation, we can talk more about that. If you want me to talk about the construction of my greenhouse, or about the tower gardens, or about the Birdies Raised Garden Beds, or more about the plant cloning, just let me know. So anyway, I've got to get changed. And I got to head over to Harbor Freight. Today's the last day of the sale. I want to get my scaffolding and a torque wrench. All right, little organic chamomile tea. I want to wish you guys great health. And please, start growing something today. Today's the day you should commit to growing something that's going to be a healthy lifestyle for you. I've got to finish over here. All right. Made it to Harbor Freight and back. Rural King is right across the parking lot, so we went there as well. I got my scaffold. It was the last one, and it was on sale. Today was the last day, so I'm glad I went. I'm going to spend just a little time today. I have cardboard back over there. It's all been weeded. I've already put mulch down all through there. I've got this edged out. I'm going to get this down. And that's about it for today. Getting hot. Not even 60 degrees, but in the sun. It's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, so the other day I went to Gerald's and moved the majority of the mulch piles that he had sitting out there. So, always busy farming, Camden, huh? Leave me alone. I'm busy. All right. We'll see you next week. All right. I think that's good enough for today. Man, it's getting nice out. Sun's out. I think that's good for today. I gotta still make dinner tonight. I'm gonna saute up some broccoli rabe escarole Swiss chard. I think I'm gonna put it over some cheesy polenta. And we have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, so I think I'm gonna pound them, pan fry them, bread them up. That's right, Primo. All right. I gotta get something refreshing to drink. And I'll play with Primo for a little bit. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. All right. Little vanilla porter. How do you like this? January 14th. It was miserable this morning. Now when you can find a nice sunny spot, I gotta say it doesn't get much better here. Hang on, Primo. He doesn't even give me a minute. Hang on, I'm thirsty. Thirsty. Okay. Here we go. Where's your bowl? All right. Look at that. All right. He's wishing you guys great health. This is the controller that I just installed for the micro irrigation, and what I like about it is here, the program, the zone, you pick the zone. You have your first start time, second, third, or fourth. You can put days of the week. You can adjust your time up and down. And if you set zone 1 at 7 a.m. and zone 2 at 7 a.m. for 10 minutes, it's going to start with 1, then go to 2. So super friendly, easy to use, super easy to install.